We're going to talk a lot about quarterbacks, and you're going to talk Bryce Underwood, Tavian St. Clair, and deservedly so. Malik Washington belongs in the same sentence. Tall, athletic, runs 4.65.
Malik Washington, one of the most talented freshmen that this program in Maryland has ever seen.
Washington to pass, over the middle, caught, touchdown Terps! Kept by Washington, and he is gone! Quarterback rushing touchdown of 73 yards for Malik Washington.
Malik Washington for the Terps is as special as you will find in all of college football. All the talent in the world.
They do a lot with talented players in Maryland. In fact, Mike Locksley has a great ability of finding some very good freshmen and giving them the opportunity to play right away. If you look at some of the guys who fit that bill this past season, well, guess what? He's done it again. Another 5-star prospect is coming to play for Mike Locksley and the Maryland Terrapins. He's Zion Ely. He's a hometown kid. He's from the Baltimore area. He's a 5-star, the number 5 overall prospect in the country, the best edge rusher in the USA. He's the number 1 player from the state of Maryland. He has so much hype around him. He is the clear highlight of this class, which is ranked in the top 45 nationally. They have 10 transfer commits to their program coming in. And we're going to talk about this Maryland squad, but we can't talk without diving deep into Zion Ely, who is the highest ranked recruit to come to Maryland in the modern era.
Yeah, and he's from that very important in-state area. The DMV, very important to Coach Locksley and his staff. And getting a guy like Zion Ely, who really had the opportunity to leave and play college football anywhere in the country, they got him very early in the process and hung on to him for over a year. And it doesn't take long to watch his film and see why. I mean, this guy is an explosive pass rusher. You want heat on the quarterback at every level of football. This guy can provide that. Maybe not the biggest guy at 220 pounds, but I think he's a hybrid pass rusher who's going to have a huge impact for them, possibly right away. Hakeem Satterwhite, a little bit more of an under-the-radar prospect, but I really like his upside. It's hard to find big corners with physicality and athleticism. At 6'2", 180 pounds, he can play man-to-man.
Look at that
he can
field,
play.
by the way.
That is a very interesting field. I had not even considered that. I was so focused on the analysis of Hakeem.
I can distract you, don't worry.
Daryl Carey, you think about a safety position, think about guys that are at home, and you see him rushing the quarterback, really do a great job of timing it up. He's one of those long guys that you can bring down into the box, but he also can play off the ball, is what really gives you an opportunity as a defensive coordinator to really mix things up. You see him doing a nice job of returning this one for a pick 6, but I just think some of his abilities that he brings to the table really will help that defense.
Another transfer portal guy, another Big Ten to Big Ten move for Harry Dalton.
Yeah, Harry Dalton, a young player, right, has decided to make that move from USC, but you can see his abilities, does a really nice job of getting the ball up the field, protects the football, and can be a playmaker. And you think about what Maryland has really missed this last year. They need to be able to make plays in the run game. He gives you the ability to be able to be a home run type guy.
I thought you said something interesting about Zion Ely, the fact that he committed early but stayed with them. Remember, this is a Maryland team that only won 4 games this year, but Locksley was able to keep him despite that lack of success that they wanted on the football field. Wisconsin's another program that won 4 games this past season. Here's a look at what they are bringing in for Luke Fickell. 4 years there in charge of the program. Heavy focus on what they can improve on this year. And one of the things they're specifically trying to improve on is what they're bringing in the transfer portal. Howard, they've got a quarterback named Colton Joseph, who is the reigning Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Year.
It made a lot of plays in college. Really has great experience. When you think about this Badger team, they've really struggled to be able to keep quarterbacks healthy, and now they get an opportunity to get a guy that really can help them. I think also running the football, which will be a big part of it, to be able to help that run game out. But he's a big play guy. I think will really help him, not only in the run game, but obviously playing the quarterback position. That will be able to help him in the passing game as well.
Yeah, I think running back was a need in the portal. They get a guy in Abu Sama who has big play ability, averaged over 7 yards a carry as a freshman at Iowa State, played right away. You see there had almost 2,000 yards in his cycling career. Joins a running back room that has some returning experience, including Darian Dupree. I think you need more than one back, and Abu's going to bring some experience, but also some big playability. He's got serious speed, was a track guy in high school. And then Bryce West, Wisconsin hosted a couple of corners, needed to get a guy who could play in the back end. Another guy who ran track in high school, was heavily recruited. They got him up on a visit, were able to get him added to the class, and he, former top recruit who only saw a little bit of time at Ohio State, now gets a new change of scenery, and I think could be a starter for the Badgers. And then in the high school recruiting class, sometimes high school kids still sign. Y.A. Gadd, a kid they went down to Tennessee, won the recruiting battle for. He looks like he could be a transfer recruit, though, when you see him physically. Big, physically strong prospect, can line up on the edge, can shade inside. I think is a guy they can pack some weight on, and he's going to be a future impact player.
Zion Legree, I think, is a guy that also can step in and be able to help them, because they're going to need that type of production. And when you think about being able to run past guys, that's going to be a big part of what he's going to be asked to do. So you see him on the end around there. He can make plays, but they need to continue to add weapons, and he's the type of player that can give you that. They can give you that juice in the passing game, because they're going to need it. This is a team that's really been reworking this roster, did a lot in the portal this year.
And to that point, the first guy we talked about in the portal was the quarterback, Joseph, and you said he can run the ball too. He really can. He had more than 1,000 yards rushing this past season as a quarterback at ODU.